Meghan Markle, as she found her charitable side once again back in her once former home here in London. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Inside again, sadly, we're battling the weather, but as you can see, the dark clouds are gathering. And as ever, the dark clouds are circling and gathering over Buckingham Palace and, of course, Meghan Markle herself. Now, this particular story today really all centres on the fact that Meghan, if you recall, very charitably wrote the foreword for a book all about the people that were struggling after the terrible disaster of the Grenfell Tower. And you will recall, of course, that she brought along her mother, Doria, to that particular event where we saw her mixing and putting things together in pots and all that sort of stuff. Now, according to all those press reports, Meghan's now been in touch. And you have to say this is a nice gesture from the former Duchess of Sussex. And I say gesture because, as we know, coming up, she appears to be back in court, detailing some stuff alongside the tabloid newspaper, the Mail Online and the Daily Mail UK. Oh yes, that's still going along nicely, let me tell you. Now, a lot of people have been unkind and saying, well, this is just to diffuse all the negative publicity that is coming too. But let's just look at the story in question. What I find interesting is that, as a lot of people are basically saying, very nice that she's reached out to reconnect with the ladies of Grenfell. And we're not suggesting for one moment that Meghan Markle's PR have capitalised on that by telling the tabloid newspapers and making sure as ever that that gesture gets full coverage. But as a lot of people are saying, you know, when you are attached to a charity, as we're finding out with the likes of the Duchess of Cambridge, the Duchess of Cornwall, the Duchess of York, you have to get in there. You have to meet these people face to face. You can't be a part of a charity by just dropping the occasional phone call. What they want is to see you being active and involved. This is where really people take focus on the charity. Now, for Meghan herself, of course, she says it is a charity very close to her heart. Given the fact that she ran off and abandoned that charity, and I say that as ever, allegedly, well, it remains to be seen, of course, just how much good that phone call she made to the charity can make. But let's not forget, of course, that the National Theatre, of which she became the patron, taking over from our gracious Majesty the Queen, allegedly saw, well, sight nor sound of her when she decided to zip it back to the United States of America. And as we all know, theatre equally could do with a spotlight shining on it. But for Meghan herself, as I say, the charity were very thrilled to receive that phone call. Will it help their charity? Well, let's hope so. But as with everything that Miss Markle appears to do, a lot of people are speculating, well, really, one phone call in the last 18 months, is that the best you could offer? And of course, as the charity have said, apparently Meghan has no plans to return to the United Kingdom anytime soon. So it looks like they'll be stirring those pots and pans alone for some time to come. Neil Sean in the heart of London.